session towards PDGA Europe. We have already covered a number of topics today, so I don't know how many questions you guys still have for us, but in case you have anything, now would be the time to ask us.
Yes, really wanted to say thank you to the work that you're putting in to grow the sport in Europe and many countries. My question was, is there any type of like openness to your organization that like locals could join in, help or be part of the discussions you're having, listening to your strategic views on how to evolve this goal, so the activities that we do locally could actually correspond to your ideas as well? I know we have like PDGA officials in every country, and Gatis is here from Latvia as well, but is there any other way how people that are not officials also could get involved and be on the same pace as you guys are?
Yeah, thanks. That's a good question. Well, first of all, regarding the openness, all our meeting minutes and these kind of documents are available publicly on the PDGA website, so that's where you can find meeting minutes and strategic plans and other official documents. Of course, that's quite condensed information. But yeah, how the locals could get more involved? Well, we are trying to deepen our cooperation with the national associations, and through that also get more and more to the clubs. But it's true that a lot of what we do is, not that accessible for the individual player, which is something that I would be interested in improving. I don't know if do you have any comments?
I would say that the motto is think globally, act locally, and the key role is the country coordinator. So anything we try to keep, we have private groups where there are new things that have come, and maybe we ask the country coordinators, how do you feel about that? People offer new suggestions, so I would say Latvia's Gatis Rudins is the, and everything that you talk with Gatis can come to us quickly, and at the club level, basically trying to sync with the country coordinator is the key role. We are 29 already, and we try to pay attention to all the countries. We are, of course, when you see the numbers, there are countries with 5,000 members and 5 countries with 50 members, but we are paying a lot of attention to countries regardless of the number of members and trying to help them. So I would say think globally, act locally, and contact your country coordinator.
All right, thank you.
And I think Juuso is a very good asset as well. I'm sometimes a bit sad because I don't answer as fast as Juuso does for me usually. So if you have any questions, I think he's the right man.
Yeah, 100%. Like we're trying to kind of lower the level of barrier of communicating with us. You can always email us or even call me. I mean, I will get back to you, and even if we can't always help you with all the issues, we still like to hear them and discuss internally and see if we can do something about them.
And externally, Facebook and Instagram, there are many comments, and we are all three scanning all the time and giving answers on the comments of social media.
Yeah. I wanted to ask PDGA and also probably Estonian about the doubles. I know that the doubles, there's not official world championship in doubles. There is local double tournaments and local country championships. I know Estonia have the double championship. In Latvia we don't have it already 2 years because it's not like the professional division or professional competition. What's your look on that? How it will go on, and maybe Estonia can comment. This competition is in Estonia only for like fun, or it's just amateur players need it, and because I know they love it, but we as a national federation don't do that anymore.
Yeah, the doubles event itself is very popular in Estonia, but we don't have exactly the certain, idea how to solve it this way. We have used the classical method, and I think this is the PDGA's decision how they see the doubles event. Of course, in my opinion, it has pretty good potential growing the sport, but right now I think there isn't a very good format out there how to push it out this way that it's like part of the classical disc golf because the legacy is there to take, and that's not our to change.
Yeah, so there's a really long, historical discussion about doubles. I think we just recently have one as well, where we talked a little bit about that. In the past, the doubles had like way bigger weight, and the players, because there is a doubles world championship always just before the world championships, basically, but it's not a major title, and there is a discussion. Doubles are pretty, people like them. Should it be a major title? Shouldn't it be a major title? And in the past, players were really honored to play and become world champions in doubles. But, it's just ongoing discussion to which level, to put these doubles, and you'll hear like both ways. Should it be a standalone competition? But then in the calendar of the players, you don't see a free weekend basically. So when should be the doubles world championship basically? So in the end, you go back to the system that it's best to have it in front of the Pro Worlds, basically, the mixed doubles that we have. I think it's mixed. I don't know if we have divisional doubles there as well. So yeah, it's sort of going in the circles, and then in the end, on the national level, it's on national associations what they prepare, what kind of if they have a doubles championship. In Czech Republic, we do have a doubles championship, for example, but it's from country to country, and this is dependent largely on the number of players in the country. So. There are countries which have one championship, just open divisions, and then when they have more and more players, they add masters, they add juniors, sometimes at the same weekend. Then they split them. So in Czech Republic, we now have open divisions, masters, juniors, and doubles in 4 different weekends. I think Finland has like 10 different championships, so it goes back to the growth of the sport and how many players there are and what they want to do. If there is a demand, then someone obviously will host the competition.
Can I make a comment on that? So at the European Disc Golf Championships, the doubles in the open divisions were cancelled just because the interest from the countries were low. So the discussion of country coordinators yielded that they are not interested. The players are not interested because they are focused on the open, on the individual division. So in the future, it is planned that if the European Team Disc Golf Championships will come back, the doubles championships will be part of it. So it will be part of the longer event, which will be team championships, because that space provides actually better conditions for that's format, I believe. So I think that's the answer for that. The Master Championships still have the championship, but it's one day. We believe it really deserves to be better than that. So, and if I can have a question for PDGA Europe. So my question is more about the future. How actually PDGA Europe envisions the disc golf in Europe in the future? I mean, on the highest level. That's one question. It was mentioned, Matej mentioned that he's thinking about international tours, and also Calixto mentioned that they want to have national content actually advertised across the borders. From my understanding from other sports, I see that nobody is watching Austrian biathlon championships, only Austrians. Nobody is watching German tennis championships. So some way, what I see is that once the disc golf becomes a larger sport, the national scene is some way closed. The borders are around it, and then above it is just the top international sport, which actually is today over here. So do you see anything like a tiered level underneath this level here? That's the first question. And the second question is, what about the pro and am status of the players? We know historically in Europe, the amateurs, basically almost all European players, except few exceptions, are just amateurs. So do you see the distinction between pro and am coming from PDGA actually applicable to Europe in the future? That's one question, especially for juniors. Because we know at junior championships we allow all pro and M playing as the only tournament in the world. I think others are copying now to do the same thing. We believe everybody under 18 is amateur. For some, PDGA thinks differently. But so, what is the stance of PDGA Europe on this? That's the question. So two things, like the organization of the sport in the future, and also the pro and M.
So on the organizational side, I've been talking about it in my competition grant part, is that, yes, this if it comes to that, I'll find enough TDs or people willing to organize something international, and everything puts together. It should be another tier between the national tours in countries or national championships and that step towards those players going to the DGPT events. So to try out, play internationally. I mean, there are these events. If you're players from Czech Republic, they do play in Austria, they do play in Germany, they do play in Slovakia. So just give it a little bit of like officiality and help to create these. In terms of media, for example, you mentioned that nobody watches German championship outside of Germany, but it's more like, again, that we are being the facilitators, so we can show, look, in Germany they have this kind of coverage, this kind of company is doing it, and if you don't have coverage in Slovenia, maybe you can have it, we can give you contact, do it this way. It's not like we would need to, people around Europe to watch the German championship, but just, I open the link, I look like how they do it, I see things around, or if I'm TD, for example, I can see they have these kind of flags, these kind of sponsors. It takes me 5 minutes to just browse through that, so it's great that we facilitate this, share the content, and show it to the rest of Europe for these educational purposes, for example. So that's my point of view. And then on the amateur/professional status, so this is exactly something that we are talking about right now in the board. We have people that I don't know if it's your opinion. I believe it is your opinion that maybe, especially in juniors divisions, this shouldn't be distinguishing between professionals and amateurs. So in the board, we have people who share this opinion. I do share this opinion as well. There are countries, I know both Sweden, I believe Finland, Estonia, that asked for a waiver to do the same thing that the EDGCs did, that the national championship for juniors is actually played in MPO and FPO divisions for people under 18 years of age, so that both professionals and amateurs can play it. Right now I am providing these waivers so that it spreads around Europe. Whoever wants to run this system, they can. And we are talking also with global, getting feedback from national associations and everything to maybe in the future adjust rules, adjust tour standards, whether it's for juniors or then extension for adults as well. But it's something we are looking into. It will probably take some time. We can't just say that's a good idea and make the change. Obviously, this needs a deeper thought, but it's something we are working on.
Yes, about the national level, I was watching now the 10th PDGA Europe, the professional association for all these golfers. I'm an 880 rated player. For me, the Spanish Championship is one of the most important events of the year. For me, Ricky and Niklas is very fun, it's excellent, it's beautiful, but for me, who is the Spanish Championship is as important as that. And if we see the percentages of players, the tiers, their ratings, they are the ones that are paying the bills. So I feel that a lot of Austrian players will be excited about if it's Leon Sondlander or Stanislaus Annan who wins. And for me, I've been filming 3 years with Zona Disc Golf. This is a small Spanish channel. We filmed with 3 camera crews with professional equipment. I personally feel that we made a good job. You see the number of views of the videos is 1,000, 2,000, whatever, because We are 150 PDGA players in Spain, but I don't care. I don't care about the numbers. I know that the Spanish community was enjoying it. I was helping to grow, and I feel that there is a lot of passionate people behind. And for me, all the levels are equally important. I care as much as Christine and top-level competition as the Austrian National Championship. I personally feel that this is the way to build and try to help even the national tours, or trying to help everyone on each country to find their spot, and everyone will enjoy and give them more reasons also to become PDGA members, I personally feel.
From top competition to the new players, from supporting women to funding new courses, PDGA Europe is much more than competition. Visit pdga.com/join and grow the sport.
I would have one remark and one question. I would like to see, thank you, Rachel. I would like to see European doubles championships, and maybe I think they were held on Sundays after the main event. Maybe it would be better hosting them on Wednesday or Thursday, so players can see the doubles as a preparation on the course. I think that could help. And the question would be, a few years ago, somebody of the European community wrote about the coaches initiative, and I think that would be a great thing to have a common level of coaches. I designed the instruction, the coaches education for Austria, but to see how other countries do it and maybe come to a common standard would be a great thing.
I absolutely agree. In fact, in the last PDGA Europe Board of Directors meeting, I talked about this, and our idea is, if we are able to and we can manage it, to try to make something similar to what we have done with the content creators, with the coaches. Yesterday, I was talking with Silver Lat about this same topic, about the level of recognition. One of the 21 topics of the National Association Support Plan is coaching. Is coaching an official title in your country? Can a coach give physical education classes? Have you got a tier for schools, another for players, and another for the national team? And I'm getting proposals and ideas from different, Netherlands told me the other day, and the idea is try to share those initiatives to try to make another group about coaching, so I will be glad about that. Another last topic that I wanted to mention about communication is one of the topics we are working on is with Disc Golf Network, for example, clarifying the access to the media to make national languages commentaries of the international competitions. We made a study of our members and the English proficiency level, and in the all European Union, around 45% of the people don't speak English. So there is a huge potential. We cannot only rely on Jomes and DGN. In Spain, the English proficiency level was around 35%. 2 out of 3 Spanish disc golfers don't speak English. They cannot follow PDGA Europe Facebook because they don't speak English. So we are working now, a Mexican channel is doing that, and they're making at least a summary of the DGPT events in Spanish, and we have been working hard to get those commentator teams, and same thing the idea would be to be able to watch at least the summary of this event in German, so that German, Switzerland, Austria can benefit from that. No?
Yeah, I want to add up on the coaching thing, because that's one of those things that have been around for a long time. When I was basically the only employee of PDGA Europe, I knew about the Finnish system. They spread it to, I believe, Denmark and Iceland. We started using their coaching system, and I knew this is exactly something what PDGA Europe should do to help facilitate, get this information, get these coaching materials to other countries for them to use. But obviously I was super busy. My primary role was to communicate with players and TDs and then to run the Euro Tour. But this is the first year when PDGA Europe doesn't need to run the Euro Tour, and we have extended our awesome staff now, so we can start doing these exact things. And I'm glad that you mentioned, because this is one of the first things as well. Like we've been talking about this here today for quite a while. We want to be the facilitators. If there is an existing project in Finland and it works, we want other countries to know that there is an existing system in Finland and that they could maybe use it. And in the coaching, that's just one of those areas. And obviously we want to cover like all possible areas in this golf. So yeah, that's definitely something we want to focus on. And then the doubles, I do believe that at Worlds, the doubles are before the tournament, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
European Championship.
It was voted
that's
off.
a big question for Richard or
Yeah,
someone,
because
that's European Disc Golf Federation.
It was discussed by by the country coordinator. It was voted that they're not interested. It was a vote of majority. No event. No event. It was voted they do not want at EDGC any doubles event. It was majority. There was one who refrained from voting. Everybody was against.
We have another question. We have to end up. We have 5 minutes.
Yeah, I have one question
related
regarding coaching. So
okay.
It's interesting because disc golf doesn't have coaches, so they are not recognized in the book, in the rules book. So coach doesn't even have the access to the course. So we have caddies, but if somebody, that's somebody who carries the bag. But if there's any player, junior players, for example, they have coaches. They cannot even access if they don't purchase VIP passes. So this is really strange for the sport itself. But so the coaching is actually disadvantaged, and it's set, in the access actually to the course now. It was before it was better because the access was free. But with the paid access to the courses, coaches now cannot access anything just like visitors if they don't pay the VIP passes. This is something very weird. And I don't understand it about the sport.
Well, it's also like who is the coach? So PDGA, I don't think we recognize an official coaches or official levels of coaches. So that's also a topic that came up a couple of times, like to have official standards, official licenses for coaches, tier 1, 2, 3 or whatever. And then we can recognize this player has a coach level 3 or something, official coach, because right now it could be, the player's mother or friend, and we would grant them access to the site. So the coach can caddy. That's within the rules. If the player wants to have a coach with them, that should be the caddy. I don't see a reason why it shouldn't be. So the option is this.